Nobody's as interesting as the most interesting man in the world, but I do love me a good game 3. And let's see how it's going to unfold. So we've got the big team fight wombo combo on the one side with the Dendi mid Pugna, so not going to be playing the side lane anymore, versus like this more skirmishy type lineup with a core Dazzle. Like, who's wrong here? Is it Cap or is it BSJ?
I don't know. I think I kind of like Cyber Legacy's lineup. I feel like they're just going to run at them. And I think that this is a very good Wraith King game. Pugna really doesn't like it when there's multiple ways to gap close on him. Like, Pugna likes to just sit back, do the Zuck on people, chill.
How's this matchup here mid going to be versus Dazzle? Not something you see every day.
I've literally never seen this specific matchup before. If I had to guess, I would say Pikachu does well until Dazzle or Pugna hits 6. Because he has no way of canceling the Zuck.
The Zuck.
That's what Grant calls it, and I really liked it, so.
Don't wear it out. Is he charging you royalties for those?
He should.
Those usages?
Everyone should charge me for win condition, or I should charge everyone.
It's a bad expression anyway.
It kind of is. I just meant to use it like once.
Yeah. And it's like, well, they're win condition in this game.
It was a Hearthstone term that I borrowed because I thought it was kind of clever, and now I regret it.
How dare you mention any game except for our Lord and Savior Artifact.
Very true.
How dare you, William? How about these lanes? What are you thinking so far?
I think that if mid lane goes okay, then I would say that Bait should win at least 2 of them. I think Centaur's alright in this top lane, though. I don't think he cares too much about Void plus Snapfire, if I'm honest. I think this lane is probably pretty good for Cyber Legacy. I think bottom lane is really good for the Mars. I don't think he can really die here.
Feels like every game is good for Mars. This guy is getting picked up all the time now. This is 3 games in a row we've seen him.
He hates certain situations. For example, like anybody that can mana burn him, Mars hates. Because he has no way of building mana items. Like, what does he really build to get more int? Nothing really. So like throughout the game, he just has like a flat 550 like mana pool. And then you get Soul Ring, which is good for sure. But aside from that, like that's your only way of gaining mana in this game.
It seems like all those like kind of ranged safe laners that can kind of dominate melee offlaners are just out of favor right now. Your Razors and Viper type heroes.
So that means the only ones that like you really like playing against or that hurt him when it comes to the mid game are like these PLs and Nagas. These like pure mana burn heroes. And Anti-Mage is kind of bad because he has such a low HP pool. But even then, like, Mars lanes against those heroes very well.
Well, speaking of heroes that have seen a resurgence, Centaur, this was the Bulba go-to in the NA region, and it seems to be getting more popular.
He's strong. I also don't see Centaur ever having, like, a bad lane matchup. Like, as a Centaur, you feel as though no one can really trade hits with you because you have retaliate, and no one wants to just give you free stacks, right?
Yeah.
Especially if they're not getting kills on you. And there aren't a lot of kill combination safe laners anymore because everyone's picking slightly greedier safe laners, or they're building greedier. Like maybe if he was against a Wraith King, but then this Wraith King's gonna not get any levels of stun. That's the new meta.
Which is indeed the case here for Palatinos. Already having, I would say, a better time than when he had to lane against that Legion, even when CS with this Mars, so he'll be very happy about that. Excalibur also having a pretty free lane, and the Centaur not CSing very well so far, so a little concerning, but there is a big wave coming in.
Yeah, he's going to be
very big wave.
As long as, I think once he gets to a certain point, he gets a little bit more statty, I think he'll be alright. Surprisingly enough, he's not going for like Ring of Tarrasque or Ring of Health. First, he's in fact decided that he's going to go like double bracer, which is pretty interesting. And Excalibur is getting into a fight with him here.
Now, is this interesting like code for like bad or actual interesting?
No, I'm genuinely trying to understand it because he's not doing it. So
because back in my day, interesting just meant bad, but the caster was trying to be nice.
No,
that's the Ben Merlini Woo special.
Dang, you're really just laying it all out there, huh? I guess this is the benefit of not full-time casting anymore. Is like you can just afford to be like this. I can't. I guess I can too, but it does mean interesting.
Hey,
to be interesting.
You're also a coach. You know, you've got another shtick going on.
Not until I'm stuck in America right now, baby.
So are you coaching Liquid at all during this time? How's that working?
I mean, we still talk and keep in contact, but
I'm not
as I'm
asking
not
like
in-
what sort of pictures you send each other on Snapchat, Will.
but I'm stuck in. Oh, this is gonna be first blood.
Happy Dira is going to be very unhappy with that situation. Down he goes. King R again. Just keeps on delivering. Gets another first blood.
Yeah. Yeah, nice pickup for him there. And Dendi, he's gonna get harassed back a little bit. I feel like he can just decrep himself though. He's gonna take a lot of hits. Not sure what Pikachu thinks what he's playing at.
He's asserting dominance at the expense of half of his health pool.
Yeah, that's sure. I'm down with it. But yeah, I'm just we're stuck in sunny California for the time being.
Stuck in sunny California. It feels like an oxymoron, although I will say
We're not really utilizing.
it hasn't been very sunny lately. It's been raining a lot, guys. I know you're really sympathetic.
I have no idea because I have not seen the outside world in quite some time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now that I'm here, might as well. It's kind of hard
in the
coaching
BTS
online.
dungeon.
Yeah, it's like kind of hard coaching online because you can watch scrims and stuff, but like nowadays, like Dota has been played on LAN so much. Like there's been very little online that it's been kind of a switch for all of us, I guess.
It's just a different dynamic as well, Like, there's interactions you may not see, dynamics you might want to work on, which
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
can't.
Everything is improved by talking in person and like communicating. Hold that thought as King R is setting up. He was waiting for the Pugna level 6, and Pikachu's going to see this by virtuous placing this ward, I think. He's looking around right now.
Just misses him. Kanar sneaking in
I
from
like this
behind.
position.
They're converging, but also coming into the Grimstroke. The pings come out. Now the ward. It still hasn't seen. Now it's seen him.
Okay, now he knows. So now he's pinging. There is a pretty cool interaction.
They're still going for this, though.
Nice
use of the cookie there by LeBron. Some fancy play, but no follow-up.
Yeah, this is
And now
way too
Dendi's in deep. In very deep. Good play by Keenar, though, to keep his shamble of a skeleton man safe. He is getting slowed down, though. DD Lich on the hunt.
This is going nowhere.
It'll be
for either side.
the least impactful fight of this entire series.
So the cool interaction, by the way, is if Dendi ever uses the decrep on himself, he can't actually kill the ghost from...
Okay. So his defensive capability could...
yeah, it goes
end
down
up
by a
hurting
bit.
him.
Yeah, this is a little bit weird. I'm just seeing a tri-lane on tri-lane now mid.
Yeah. And I guess that's going to free up our side lanes. Free farm Void, free farm Wraith King.
Everyone's free farming.
Off laners also free farming. It's a core party.
This is so weird. I just see like all 6 CSs are perfectly reasonable. Like everybody is just having a good time, and
not the supports though. They're like, oh, what am I doing with my life?
not having kill potential really sucks in a game like this because you're just, like you said, you're just watching people farm. And
as you say that, instantly.
What? Did he solo
kills.
him?
No, Dendi rotated?
Yeah, he actually soloed the Void. How, though? Didn't... Oh, what? Oh, what? Okay, I guess, I mean, that's well worth it for Centaur, then. Like, he's super happy about that. Wow, insane.
Wild.
That is really wild. I did not expect him to die solo to a Centaur. Because you have an escape mechanism that also heals you against Centaur.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
I mean, we weren't even
This
looking
is where
at
you just pause and blame your ping.
Very true. I do think that shouldn't happen. That's okay, though. Maybe he can catch up. Last hero...
He's just walking at LeBron here. Look how much damage he's doing with the retaliate stacks.
I think he should pop
now
in and
the
kill him.
Centaur ultimate. He's going to try to cookie himself away, but he will get slowed. He will get stunned. And he will get bubbled right as he's about to finish off the kill, but they don't have the damage, I don't think. They're going to chuck him back. He keeps on chasing. Salve committed as well. So 3 heroes and a chrono just to save a support.
That's a fantastic trade for last hero. That is...
And now they want to go top.
Yeah, that was very good for him. He pops his Stampede, pretty short cooldown now. 80 seconds left for like the 2.5 cooldown of the Void. It's a very, very good trade. And also, like, it took 3 heroes, like you said, putting pressure on that. And now they're going to make the move on bottom as a result. So Ghost Stick will die. And this is a result of him not having any support with him. And on top of that, they didn't lose anything for that.
Very nice. And that is not just the dynamic with these 2 big ultimates up top, but really the whole game is... Bait have so many long cooldowns, as we are going to see the Pugna ult deployed mid. Pikachu's got to respect it. but he should be just fine. Is going for that Necrobook build with the low cooldown. I imagine is he gonna max it out first?
No, I think
just a level 1.
Especially, yeah, you just keep it level 1. But I do like Necrobook for this game. I think it's very good against Pugna because you have a way to purge him, which I think is very important. But doesn't look like he cares about that too much.
Is this one a Radiance Wraith King game with the slow pace, or do you think we're gonna see like that Shadowblade Armlet? He is going Armlet first.
I would have said he might decide to go for the slower pace, but I think especially after the success he had in the last game.
This is a little scary for Excalibur. He does have the level 2 time walk. He's actually been skilling up the bash.
Okay, now it kind of explains why he died last time.
And he may be in trouble here. Centaur double edge.
That's a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
He's got Stampede
into the trees. He's not committing it yet. Now he's going to. The time walk is going to cool down momentarily.
He's just dead.
But it's not soon enough. And now LeBron's going to fall as well. They're just hemorrhaging kills in this top lane. No, juking for now.
Probably doesn't have.
Skelebro's on the hunt though. And he's going to end up going down to Big Num.
Palantino's is so funny. He has 1 level of stun, but he's just like, it's not worth my time.
Conserve mana.
That's a baller move. You just don't even look. That's a 3k gold lead right now, LD. 2k actually. They just got like a few creeps, but yeah, this has been a very good Centaur game. Can't stress that enough. He has had way too good of a time, and maybe it's a little bit worse. He did TP down here if they've got the damage for it.
Oh, they're committing so heavily. Here comes the stomp, and last hero trying to walk away. Excalibur, he's got the chrono. He doesn't want to use it. Ghost Stick will complete the kill.
That was nice. That was the TP by the Centaur too, so his game is going to slow down pretty significantly. He was having way too good of a time. But Dendi's copying a lot of damage here. It looks like
he's losing this lane for a decent margin now. And now that the Necrobook's out, it's pretty punishing for the Pugna.
It's because he can't take the tower. Like, that's the real annoying part, is that he doesn't do anything against...
almost killed himself getting that Necro creep.
Got to be a little bit careful here. Look how quickly... So the Dazzle pushes out the lane really fast, and that's what Pugnas hate. Like, Pugnas...
They want to outpush the lane and then just blast the tower.
Yeah, exactly. Typically, the way to beat Pugna in lane or, like, go even with him is to pick some sort of mid that can counter-push the wave out constantly. And I guess Dazzle's very good for that, just because he has his own way of heal. So he's got pretty much unlimited sustain. And with the Necrobook and his level 6, he pushes out the wave with just, like, 1 Shadow Wave. Really easy for him.
Is he gonna... You think you go for, like, a Deso type thing or, like, a Solar Crest, like some sort of, like, right-click type build for him?
No.
What do you want to see after
Let me
see
them Greaves.
Okay. Well, he is getting arcade moves for now. Big Num does get caught out, but he's okay for the moment.
They've got Stampede from him if they really want to.
They're committing for this. They will rebuke him and punish him. Dendi gets the kill. They'd love to transition into a tower. Stampede committed as Excalibur tries to chase, but they cage him up with the arena. The stomp is there. Don't really just want to chrono only the Centaur. I don't think they'll need to with the help of the Mortimer's Kiss is coming in. Last hero will fall as well, and they're conserving at least one of the ultimates for a rainy day. But they're going to lose their mid tower for this.
They brought a lot of heroes for this. I don't think that's really that worth it. They lost more map control for that than they gained. They're going to... If they get the tier 2 tower bottom, maybe that was worth it. But they were going to take that tier 1 no matter what. The Centaur was getting out of there anyways. And so the question is, like, what can you turn this into? Maybe stealing some of the stacks is kind of useful.
There's a rotation, though. Palantimos is being scouted by that freshly planted Dire Obs.
They want to get the stack before they leave, though.
Dendi wants those creeps.
He's got him. He's got him.
Give me them ducats. Oh, the uphill miss.
Come back for it. Go back for it. Go back for it.
If he dies for this.
If
he dies for this. If he draws in the neighborhood.
Dude, he thought about it, though.
If he had just gone back for right away, he might have been okay. Yeah, but he hesitated.
You got to respect the legend. And that's like 50 gold for the Lich. Hell yeah.
Balling out of control.
It's all the little things, man.
And now Pikachu's just going to rotate top. And it looks like he'll start pushing out there as well. He is going for the Greaves, as you mentioned. So their 5-man is going to be quite strong. Even though this Bait have the big team fight ultimates, this Dazzle is going to be like a big team fight hero with his item build.
Yeah, and he's going to be pretty hard to take down As the Skeleton Bros join in mid. They're doing a really good job of deterring Dendi from just trying to take this tower. I think this is the right call.
This is a very poor Faceless Void. He is 3,000 net worth behind the Wraith King.
That'll happen when you die twice in lane.
Yeah. Obviously, Wraith King normally will outfarm Void if left unchecked, but
Look at this. 5
feels
heroes
pretty
mid right now
extreme.
from bait.
they want to make something happen with these big ultimates. The spear not going to connect, and now the chase forward onto Ghostic. They've brought in Pikachu. They're just leaving the Wraith King bottom while 5 are committed by Bait, so Bait's not farming.
Yeah.
Wraith King is, and they're not fighting either.
I think they're eventually going to realize any moment now that this is not good. And in fact, Valentimos is going to go back for the Radiance because I think he's realized
They're just letting me farm.
how good of a game he is. Yeah.
And if he gets big, it is just like the ultimate answer to this big one, wombo combo team fight.
Oh, yeah, 100%. His hero's the best hero in this game right now.
Oh, big team fight breaking out. Now as the Chain
The
Frost
double
comes through
chain.
with the soul bind, deleting Bait. They're supposed to have the better team fight, but not the case.
It did get, one of the kills got denied by the neutrals, but it wasn't the one that they necessarily wanted.
And they're still losing the tower.
Yeah, it's not like this is not good for them.
I mean, maybe they don't even have the team fight advantage. And if they don't have that, what are they going to do? Because they're getting out-farmed. The Wraith King is such a difficult gank. The other cores aren't easy either. You're looking at a Centaur with 2k HP and a Hood. Your only damage is really this Pugna and I guess the Mortimer's Kisses. So you may struggle to kill those heroes anyway.
They still have one really good equalizing combo though. It is the Mortimer's Kiss plus the Faceless Void ulti.
Maybe Palantimos was feeling himself a little too much.
Dude, I think he's dead.
Way out there. They're going to nuke him once, suck him, and they get him the first time. The spear follow-up is here. The team's like, yeah, but I don't know what the hell you were thinking. We're just going to go top and pretend like this never happened. How's that sound? He might get the Pugna kill almost.
Good lord, he was far.
With the defensive decrypt. He was at least a 1 minute walk from everyone.
It wasn't even that he was far. It's that everyone on his team decided that they were just going to keep resuming business as usual.
And we thought it was risky for Dendi to go back for that one Centaur, and he opted not to.
And
and
that
then he's
was
like, let me
insane.
go back for an extra 2 waves
I just
by
saw
myself.
2 people top farming, 2 people mid farming, and then Palantimos completely by himself. I mean, something's got to give, right?
Space created, Now Dazzle hammering away at this tier 2 top.
The nuts thing is they actually did gain in gold during that time, I think, because everybody was farming. It's rare that kills like that happen and, everyone showing on the map. Usually kills like that happen because no one's showing on the map. You think that people are behind you or you're trying to represent a fake threat.
They're going to be really strong with these Greaves coming. The recipe is on the courier. Radiance plus Greaves, and
yeah,
they might just be able to tank through that entire combo from Bait.
Plus, they've got a pipe on their Centaur, and he's
That's a good point.
22nd now. And they still haven't taken the mid tower with Pugna. Pikachu's going to ping towards the Roshan pit. Palantimos doesn't have his Radiance yet, but he feels comfortable enough to do this anyways.
Some freshly plopped down mangoes spewing out there as this will not be contested.
They do not know.
I mean, nobody's coming to defend bottom. It's a little sus, but they're showing the Centaur top, and he's pushing.
He's pretending like this is some kind of sick bait.
4 people sitting behind him. But in fact, it's just a free tower for him and a free Roche for the team.
Oh, that's so good for Cyber Legacy.
So they give it to Dazzle.
Tier
Wraith
2
King's
tower?
got 2 lives. Dazzle's got 2 lives. Well, once his ultimate cools down.
Yeah.
And now you've got Shallow Grave, Centaur. There's so many saves on this team as well.
Yeah, they're effectively dealing with 7 lives. It's very, very good for them right now.
I guess what we're trying to say is Bait look pretty screwed right now. How do they get out of this situation?
They need to get a big chrono on the backline before the Chain Frost double combo comes out. You get a good chrono, and there's a lot of damage you can dump into there. The Mortimer's Kisses, you'd be surprised. Even with the pipe, it still does a lot of damage. If the Dazzle's in it too, if you can get a really good 3-man chrono off.
We haven't seen Chrono since that one in the laning stage.
Yes, sir, and that was the defensive one.
Not what you like to see if you're bait. As Excalibur time walks in, he only catches out one, and then he's getting insta-stunned by the Wraith King. They do manage to get the kill on the Lich, so we're not going to see that Soulbind combo early. He's bought back. He's trying to rejoin the fight. The team's getting punched low. Wraith King not dead just yet, though. Stands his ground. Armlet toggling, charging back in. He does have that completed Radiance. He's beating away at Ghost Stick. Now the blink forward. Great stun by Last Hero. Can they finish off Dendi? That's an important kill. He's not dead yet, though. The slow comes through from the death of the Wraith King. First death down, Reincarnation popped. He's back for round 2. Pretty decent follow-up for bait, but that just the way the fight started making things rough. They're going to lose another hero. 2 cores down, all the big ultimates on cooldown, and time to push.
That was kind of okay for
Cyber Legacy.
For bait. It was a 2 for 2.
They did also lose Aegis.
Yeah, and there was the buyback from the Lich. So not the worst thing in the world. But, I mean, if that's the upside of the fight, is that you lose 2 cores, and you're calling that pretty good.
They want to fight again, it seems. Excalibur's moving towards mid.
It's because everyone's showing at bottom right now.
They have the stolen Inkswell here. Is it going to be enough, though? He's going to cut out. He
That
just
damage!
gets deleted! Oh, you can't die like that, Excalibur. That's so costly. And now Palantimos just marches after Kanar right back the other way. He's likely to go down. One more swing of the sword. A kill secured,
they bounty
secured, and as you mentioned, possibly a Lane of Rex.
They're right in front of the base. They know there's no Chronosphere up. This is the downside of having this long cooldown ulti be your bread and butter, is when it's down, you have no real ways to fight.
And they're just losing the tier 3 here. Rapidly getting...
Look at this use of the Mars ulti. Backdoor protection had kicked in.
And they combined it with the glyph, I believe, there as well. Did they?
No, that was backdoor protection.
That was the backdoor protection.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you just popped it a little bit too soon. That'll probably force Cyber Legacy to back, but they'll be happy about that.
Buys them some time for the ults to cool down. They should have the combo up. And this time there's no Aegis to deal with. But these heroes do continue to get tankier. And you're looking at Pikachu almost halfway to a Scythe of Vice. The blink has been completed on Centaur. 1k gold banked as well. And Wraith King closing in on his Shadow Blade. So the map is going to start to feel a little claustrophobic. And bait may just have to 5-man everywhere.
He just did finish the Shadow Blade. And I'd say the next Chronosphere has to be massive. Just catching the Lich is not good. Like, you need to catch at least 2 heroes minimum. As we're going to see the odds.
8.5.
That bait, bait 8.
I mean, throw a buck on it. Why not? I mean, I'm not putting 8 on bait to get 1 back from Cyber Legacy one.
Definitely not.
That's not happening.
And this is maybe potentially like a deciding smoke if they can find somebody big here.
Palantimos leading the charge. He has that Shadow Blade. They get off the initial stun. The follow-up's there. The silence coming through. Do they have the burst? He's not dead just yet. They finish off Excalibur. No buyback either. The Mars Arena came out, but didn't help his teammate trapped within. They've got the silence. They've got the Soulbind. They've got more nukes coming through, and the Chain Frost is up bouncing. Not the best bounces on one. The other's decent, though. The follow-up stunts there, smacking them down in their base. Cyber Legacy are taking the fight to bait. And bait are looking pretty bested here, dare I say it. That's going to be a lane. No buybacks. And if not just the game, they're running it 1-by-1, and they're likely dying 1-by-1. The Pugna trying to keep his teammate alive and also push Last Hero back. He will be thwarted for the moment, but the buildings they can't run. The glyph comes out. They are going to have Chrono. Maybe there's a chance here. There's no Mars Arena. There is a Mortimer's Kisses, but it's already too late. The buildings are dead. The Void's not in range, and away they go.
Yeah, Cyber Legacy is being very disciplined here. After they got those kills, just go straight for the buildings. You don't have to chase anything more. And as soon as the Void is about to respawn, they're going to reset the map a little bit. My favorite thing is after team gets Rex, if the enemy team is respawning, spend that gold you just made. They got to be a little bit careful here on bait. They're all clumped up. Cyber Legacy, they're not too afraid of this positioning.
Dendi really wanting to tickle Palantimos here, but he'll shrug it off, go heal up in the jungle.
Yeah, Excalibur's job is so hard. They're asking him, hey, just casually get like a 4-man chrono off for us, buddy.
Yeah, and the team's got to be in perfect position to follow up.
Yes.
Like, if he just gets the chrono and then like they stun the Snapfire, it's just not going to matter. But we'll have another look at this fight. They the double chain frost with the soulbind is just so devastating, and I didn't even get the best bounces on one of them.
Yeah, if it actually ticked upwards, maybe towards Dendi or something like that.
2 smokes crossing in the night. Who's gonna get the jump? It's a 2-hero set.
Where's the chrono? This could be huge.
Excalibur, he drops the chrono. It's on 2. I don't think it's good enough. The chain frost coming out and is gonna do decent damage. They bring down the Mars. All 5
they're all
still
full health.
alive. It's time to rampage. Dendi's got to retreat. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Palantimos is hunting. Centaur blinking and just a tiny bit out of range. Wraith King could Shadow Blade forward, but I think it's a bridge too far, so they'll just settle for pushing in this bottom lane, likely taking the tier 2. But the big thing, Will, is those big ults are on cooldown now.
Yeah. The Void Chrono was okay, but you just see the 2 targets that he caught. The Faceless Void catches the Centaur and the Wraith King. Neither of those heroes really care. And he doesn't have any damage items. Like, he's got a Maelstrom and a Mask of Madness, but his actual right click is pretty low.
And he's so squishy as well when he activates that thing.
I just don't think...
I think it's just too much to ask of the Void right now.
I think so too. It's not like the Mars has like some sort of great follow-up for him either. And the Pugna's damage is mainly mitigated by... there's just so much heal and a pipe. Like Dendi, he lays down a blast and it feels like he heals everybody. That's like a cleansing blast.
A painful but purifying opportunity. Oh, Orb of Destruction. There's your damage.
Okay, that helps.
It does help.
Is it enough?
Don't think it's enough.
Okay. His right-click damage is really low. And all right, so the thing is, going this Void build with the Maelstrom and hoping that a lot of damage comes from your Bash. Bash is magic damage.
And there's the pipe, as you mentioned.
Yeah, so most of his damage, like this lightning and all that, it's not actually doing too much. He needs to be able to like deal physical damage at this point, but doesn't really have much of that either.
And he also needs a BKB, it feels like, pretty badly.
He needs like 4 different things. He needs like a Butterfly, he needs a BKB, he needs a Daedalus, he needs a Satanic.
Well, maybe if he just asks Palantimos real nicely, he'll donate him a Rapier. You know?
I actually think that if he were to do that, the game would only get to about maybe 65-35. Still in favor of Cyber Legacy. Yeah,
because it's so easy to take that Rapier away from him, too.
Yeah.
Well, prognosis is pretty bleak right now for Bait, but Bait are going to make a move. They're going to lead with Dendi here. He's got the Force Staff. Not really your ideal initiation, though, and nor are these the ideal targets to go on. The Centaur, the Dazzle, the
Pikachu could be huge, though.
He does get the ultimate off. Follow-up comes through with the Mortimer's Kisses, but the Centaur Stomp comes in as well, and from behind is Palantimos, slashes them down. It's a okay chrono, but there's just no damage to pump into it. I don't think it's good enough.
Oh, that one
shot
hit!
Almost deletes him, and he's dead, dead, dead. Make it 4 now, and CL can just walk down the mid lane.
I have to imagine at that point you probably call it with all that negative armor because of how many spells Pikachu cast, and then that right clicked from the Wraith King. That was intense. Yeah, they're just gonna
literally did like 98% of his damage in one, or his health in one auto attack, and that's all she wrote. So
another stomp.
Yeah, 3 stops this series. Unfortunately for Bait, they were on the wrong end of 2 of them.
And they bought back, but they have no ultis. Dendi is going to try to make something happen, but he's getting solo.
He's getting back to the well without dying would be something happening. And meanwhile, the throne is crumbling. They glyph, they hold, they do their best to stall this one out a few extra seconds. But there come the G's, and there goes the last game of the day. It's Bait off to an 0-1 start, and Cyber Legacy 1-0.
That was a